The D-Live followers or the viewers are just raising with your beautiful hair over your face in the picture for
God. Me. Kill me. Apparently we don't
Boom, we're
get
up to 27 now. People love your frustration.
Alright, let me just flip the table.
The more you lag out, the more people come. I love it.
I just need to rage. That would get everybody's attention. Alright guys, while I have you and we're on, we are doing a giveaway. More hair. Type !Axie, and that's going to put you in for the Axie giveaway, so you can start, getting into the Axie game. We'll be doing that giveaway here in just about 19 minutes. Whether I lag out or not, we're going to get that back up and make sure everybody gets to see the winners. So, yeah, back to where we were at. Just go ahead and rewind.
Ben, you want to rewind?
Where shall I start?
Oh, we were so deep into the conversation. What was the last thing you remember, Tendo, before the drop?
Oh, you don't want to ask me that. I was going into 50 different things.
Okay.
Well, we're going into the Matrix, so to speak.
Yeah.
Let's get that up on the screen, and then Chief, you can kind of riff on our logic process in kind of how we talk through the moves, how we laid it out, why we do the pairs. Maybe not so much why we did what we did, because I kind of went there, but pick a couple examples of move pairs. Like, here's an example of a good pair, and here's an example of a bad pair. Or really just focus on the good. I don't think people need to...
Yeah, for sure.
Need to understand that damage moves and defense moves don't necessarily work together baseline.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so here's a combo that a lot of people might not have thought of yet. We have one move, Perch, and the way the move works is if you use 3 cards, then you're going to prioritize the idle target. And the idle target means the Axie is not making any moves that turn. It's not playing any cards. So basically what you're doing there is you're attacking an Axie without shield, which is great because then you're getting all of your damage through. And since you have to play 3 cards, what would be a good combo with that? Well, what about Nutcracker, which stacks when you use 2 of them? Mm-hmm. If you can get those 3 cards together and not moving with a double nut plus, Purge has 100 plus deep damage as well, you're coming in doing maybe 500 damage, maybe erasing that Axie off the face of the earth in 1 turn with 3 energy. That is a very efficient use of energy.
There is not a lot of Axies outside of true dedicated tank defenders that without playing any cards, without any shields, can take at least 100 plus 120 plus 120, 350 to 400 damage.
Well, and with this situation, with the Nutcracker, you're getting a bonus, so you're doing more like 145 damage per shot.
Including doing in my math, 400 is about what you're getting. There's not a lot of Axies, especially if you've got other ways of doing damage, like ways of picking off things behind the tank, ways of putting poison. Like if your tank has Yam, that backline attacker that you're probably targeting with Perch, as Chief said, you're going to drop poison on it also, which is going to soften it up for when you fire off your big kill combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and while making this Matrix, some of the things you have to take into account.
I thought we were dead again. I was like, you son of a, but we're not.
Okay. Some of the things you have to take into account for a certain move, like let's say Hair. Hair's a great move. It has pretty high damage, I think 120. It's a bird move. No, it's a beast move. But if you have high speed, you draw a card often, because the way the card works is if you have the first attack of the turn, if that Axie is the first Axie attacking in that turn, you will draw a card. So if you have Hair with bird moves or aqua moves, for example, which give speed, or Hair on a bird or an aqua, which are the faster Axie types, that's going to be a nice combination. You're going to get card draw and good damage for the 1 energy you're spending, because this game is all about using the energy you're given as efficiently as possible. Right. So if you're attacking into 280 shield, that's not very efficient, right? Because you're not going to do any real damage for your energy. So you got to find ways to not attack the shield. You got to find ways to, do real damage to the defender. For example, if he's putting up 200 shield, you can hit him with poison a couple times. He hits you a couple times, and all of a sudden with 6 stacks, and he used all his energy to put up his 200 shield. You're in a pretty good spot if you played it passively.
Yeah.
So this game is like,
for example, let me jump in there. I have a team that I've been working on. It's mostly bug moves. Now the keystone combo here is Double Talk and Pliers. Double Talk is a 1 energy move, does no damage, grants 40 defense. It gives the opposing Axie a hex that says when that Axie gets attacked, ignore the shields, go straight to the Axie itself. Pliers does 120 damage, which is very high for a horn move. The highest is 150. 120 damage, but it gets a 30% bonus, making it super elite in terms of damage if it's attacking an enemy that has shields. So you get hitting shields, but you bypass the shields with Double Talk. That's the kind of depth and synergy that you look into when you play somebody who has a tank and all of his moves give a ton of shields. You play in a tournament and you look at what he just did to you and come in with your Double Talk combo, and if he tries it again, then you successfully countered it. So that's those are some of the things that newer players aren't going to see, but we hope to train them to see, is things that give a bonus when something is true, and then things that amplify that bonus somehow. All about finding 2 things that where you're not looking for 1 + 1, you're looking, or like 1 + 1 = 2. You're looking for like 2 × 2 = 4, or like 3 × 3 = 9.
Right. And that's like when I first started playing it again, and like with the team that I have now, I know what makes it tick. Like I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, first move, they're going to do one of 2 things. Either they're going to come out swinging and try to take out my front line, or they're not going to do anything to save energy. And depending if I've played this person before, I know their battle strat. And generally people will stick to the same strategy. So if you've played against somebody before, you may be able to beat them with the same Axies that you lost with the first time if you play with them different. And that's where all these different, parts and everything come in. And I noticed that even if you have like a pure breed, it may not be good for what you're trying to set up. Because I feel like before, mixing and matching on a breed wasn't necessarily as beneficial as it is now. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. That time, no, it made no sense at all. It was completely a waste of time, and it was a waste of a breed. Yeah. At that time, you could do a lot of YOLOs because you could just breed as much as you wanted, though, right? So if you saw 2 Axies where you thought, like, okay, if he did get this mouth, this horn, this back, this tail, it would be awesome. So, and it only costs me a couple cents, so I'm just going to try. And now,
that was the basis of our whole strategy. We kind of dodged over that part, but that's like exactly what you and I leveraged when we kind of went down the path of breeding Axies automatically. After we did the rating systems, we automated the actual process that you would normally have to go through, clicking and whatnot to breed all the Axies. What's that?
I was talking, we had a new follower.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining.
Welcome, buddy.
And it looks like we've got, let's see, about 10 minutes to the next giveaway and the wrap-up of the show. So if you guys want to get in and get your team, here's your chance. Type exclamation point Axie in the D Live chat, and that's going to put you in the running. You'll see your name pop up on the top of the stream. Guys, I appreciate everybody coming in today. Appreciate all the follows, all the donos. If y'all have any questions for Mr. Chief of Ben, especially on strategy, this is a really good opportunity to hear it from the horse's mouth. If you have a team that you've been kind of wondering, does this go together or something like that, time to do it. If you're getting into making teams and you're wondering which direction to go, this is the time to do it.
And if you're lazy and you don't want to do any of that, but you just want to play and be able to compete, this is still the way to do it. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's going to be there. Our DMs are open. If you guys have questions, just hit us up. Like right now, if we find time, I'll help you out. I'll give you some tips. I'll give you some pointers. I'm all about new people getting into this. I want you guys to understand it. That's why we're doing this. With for the mass adoption. We've already invested in Axie. We've been here a while. We've got tons of Axies, and now's our chance to share them with you guys. Teach you how to use them. Teach you how to have as much fun as we've had. And that's kind of what it comes down to, because this is a game, and we've been talking about this as like, it's a business, it's a game, it's a community, it's everything in one. It's everything. It's like a dream for us online nerds.
Yeah.
Because we've built with the love potions on Uniswap. We've built our own currency. Like, it's being bought and sold on the daily, and this game is like 10 days old. And there's already, that's the innovation. That's the community coming together, using the tools that we have. These tools are coming through crypto, because crypto is all about innovation. It's all about the future moving forward. And that's why it's also, gaming and streaming. That's the best way to show it, microtransactions. And that's what this is too with Axie. Every time you buy an Axie, it costs you a couple cents. The next level of crypto, it's not going to cost you anything. That's the direction we're going. It's only going to get better. This is just the start, and it's already like epic. This is amazing, and this is nothing yet. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Indeed. I mean, like you asked earlier, what is it going to turn into? Land gameplay is going to turn into, like, the way I picture it in my mind, kind of like a World of Warcraft, where you're running around with your Axies and you're battling and doing missions and going in caves and dungeons and fighting against chimeras and crazy stuff. But while you're doing all this, you're earning things that you can sell. You're leveling up Axies you can sell. You're breeding Axies you can sell. You can breed towards a goal. You can want the perfect battler, the perfect PvE. If you just want to be a collector and you just want these certain parts because you think it looks amazing, there's just anybody play this game, and anybody can find a niche where they feel at home. And anyone in any of these chats can attest for the community over at Axie. It's rock solid. There's always things that people don't agree on, but we don't fight, we don't argue. Everyone respects each other, and we get stuff done. And this app is really just, it's the beginning, and it's showing all the hard work that's been put into it.
I could see it already. I remember having to use link cables on the Game Boy back in the day. You know what I mean? And
yeah. And it didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I could see Axies on your phone. Like, it picks up that somebody's close to you that has Axies and want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, we come from, the older generation when Pokemon and stuff like that first came out. And then you had other games, like Monster Rancher. And then you had a few other kind of in that genre. Whether it be Digimon, like I said, Monster Rancher, or Pokemon. And I feel like this is, like, the next evolution of that. This is when becoming that breeder and becoming the very best, quote unquote,
is real. It's real.
Exactly, and it has potential.
Yeah,
it has.
Exactly what I set out to do here is, we said, we have, between his strategy mind and my automation and algorithm skills, there's no way we shouldn't be the biggest owners of Axie in the game. And my current accounts across all the two of them, 8,300 Axies. My main one with 8,100 Axies, that doesn't include Axies that are up for sale, or the 150 on my tournament account. Wow. Chief's got a bunch more, and then other people we've helped do the algorithm breeding also have a bunch more. It's pretty remarkable how quickly we realized this is a real business. I mean, the Axie breeding fee was something between 35 and 50 cents US fiat. It was 0.002 ETH. Before love potions were introduced.
Got a question come in. Can you modify your Axies at any time?
No, by them, but they will be adding things that will let you choose how to customize your Axie. For example, there's 4 levels of parts. Right now, they've only released level 1 parts. In some amount of time, they'll be releasing upgraded parts where you can spend something, experience, or something Luna SLP, we don't know yet, which will give you access to the second level of all your existing body parts, which will basically give you new cards that you either do put in your deck or have the option to put in your deck. You can't swap out parts, you can't like Frankenstein's monster and take an Axie apart. All you do is breed it, with something and hope that the offspring comes out the way you want it. And about 50% of the time, it disappoints you, if not more.
Yep.
But it's exhilarating when it works because you get exactly what you want. I have a few Axies that I play that are staples of my tournament teams that I remember breeding to get them and getting them. It's such a great feeling.
Best feeling.
It really is. And then, when we automated that at scale, we got to have that feeling a number of times to populate our tournament account. And the rest, the other 8,000 that are not going on my specific account to build teams with, those are all basically going on sale over the course of the next probably 6 months. Teams, individual Axies, bundles of 3 teams, etc.
Right.
And it was kind of crazy waking up one morning. It was kind of standing on my balcony, watering the garden, looking around and being like, wait a minute, is my job selling internet monsters now?
Is this real life?
Yeah. Is this real? Did I hack's life?
Yeah, you completely like read my mental monologue there. I was like, have I been poisoned? Am I drunk? Like, what's going on? I'm sitting here looking at my phone and I'm like, oh, I better check the internet monster chat room to see if any internet monsters are being bought or sold that I need to know about. Hold on, my internet monster friend wants help building an internet monster team. I'm like, 90% of my working hours are dominated by this stupid game. And I'm remembering when I was like 20, 22, 23, when I was deep into World of Warcraft, like full on algo trading in the WoW auction house for nothing but, the lols. Never did I see this opening up, like the confluence of Bitcoin and its progeny games. And now it's like so natural to see that like games are just a form of virtual workplace.
Well, I talk about people being used to a cryptocurrency, but it being one way. Everybody's played the phone game where you can spend $99 to get the in-game currency. You're going to get your in-game stuff, and that's where it stops. Once you're done playing that game, that money is lost. Simple as that. It doesn't go no further. You probably sell your account to somebody if you're lucky enough to find them. But you're
and if it's allowed and if it doesn't get banned.
Correct, because you're going to have to go over a bunch of sketchy stuff that it's not designed for. This is what this is designed for. It takes that risk of losing what you're trying to do out of it, and at the same time making it a two-way street, to where if you can put your money in, you still have the potential of getting something out, and if you're lucky, you'll get a profit.
As a gamer, right? Back in the day, I was okay with Clash Royale spending $20 here and there to get some chests to upgrade my cards because I played the game a lot. I was okay with that. It wasn't the end of the world because I figured I paid to play every game my whole life. You either paid the $50, $60, now $80 for, a PlayStation game, or you play these free-to-play, quote-unquote, Fortnite, Clash Royale games, and once you're sucked in, you spend money, because that's what you do all day. So if you run around in Fortnite all day, you buy a couple skins so you don't look at the same character all the time, because it's an option.
Right.
And now we're doing the same exact thing, but every little skin you buy, every chest you buy, everything that comes out of those things belongs to you. It is yours. Axie cannot come and take our Axie away. Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
And if Axie's entire team disappears from the face of the earth magically, we can just chain fork and keep it going.
Yeah,
that's the beautiful thing about blockchain. In general, is that it's permissionless. We can just kind of, if we don't like what they're doing, we can chain fork. If something happens to them, we can pick up where they leave off.
That's the whole thing. Like, that was one of the reasons we started Zenzo. Like, we wanted to have something kind of enclosed, designed for it, first layer protocols, being able to do the things that we want to do with it, and leave out the things we don't. And that's the best thing about blockchain is when somebody sees a hole in something, they have the opportunity to fill it and make it.
Correct. Fix the problems without having to rely on just the team in whatever it is, be able to do something yourself, be able to have impact on something you believe in, in a product that you believe in a community that you believe in.
That's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did when we started this up, is we were trying to search the marketplace for Axies for me to make a team. And I was like, I can't make up nor down of what's going on here. We need a unified system and a unified search engine. You know, I was like, why doesn't this exist yet? Didn't they build this when they built their marketplace? And people were like, no. I was like, well, that's, you know, why? Why not? That seems like a vital part of the. Okay.
Well,
so
and I
then
know
we
the
just
answer. I actually know the
well,
answer to
that's
that.
not the point. That's not the point.
Okay.
All right, guys.
It's a rhetorical question. The thing is, like, well, they build it. Well, whatever reason, it doesn't matter. Fine. Well, we'll do it because other people asked us to. And, you know, we put a bunch of time into that to help other people, to help the community, to help Axie grow. And other people have returned the favor by helping me with code, by donating things to me when I needed something, by lending me things. That's the amazing thing about this infrastructure too, is like none of this had to go through the bottleneck of like a core review board or like their exec team. We could just do what we needed to do. Mm-hmm. Now, if our incentives weren't aligned with them, of course, that would be conflict, but they can't be a tyrant and like disable our accounts. They can make our lives miserable, but that's the point of blockchain, is it keeps people who are mostly incentive aligned from degenerating into poor alignment.
Right.
And when things aren't aligned, it just works exponentially better, which is kind of what we're seeing now with Axie.gg and all these other games that are coming out. And the overlap we're starting to see also between different games and different tokens and markets between different games. It's the year of the NFT. It's ridiculous.
It's a bit of the
I didn't think it was going to happen
so
soon.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's Wild West, but like
who's been banned on
FIFA?
Who's been banned on FIFA? Who's been banned on Clash Royale for something stupid? Sometimes you don't even do anything wrong. They make a mistake, and your account is just gone, and you're just like, wait, what? What do I do? Nothing. You write their support and you pray that they're nice.
Right.
And that's it. That's it. There's nothing else you can do. It's gone. And you're like, I invested $1,000 into that account. I had Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi.
Not to undermine your point. It's not you hope that they're nice. You hope they respond.
Yeah.
You hope. Sorry. Pardon me. You hope they even read the damn thing.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You hope they open it. No, you hope you don't just send it to a do not reply address.
There it is.
All right, guys. So we've got the giveaway, and we're about to wrap up the checkpoint number 3. And of course, at the end of the stream, everything seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. So, if you are not in the Axie giveaway currently, type in !Axie, and I'll give you one more minute to jump in it. And then we are going to end it up, give out this final 5 teams, call it a day. Alright, looks like we ain't getting any more entries, so we're gonna go ahead and call it. For the final giveaway, you always say it's rigged, even if you win. Look, there you go, Dark. Alright, RJ, Reyes, Copperhead, Kakios, and Dark Mac. You are the winners, and you guys know where we're at. If you want to come in and redeem it, you got to get with Wolven in our Discord. Congratulations to all the winners today. And thank you so much for all the donos, all the follows. I'm sorry we had so many issues with the internet, but we made it through, guys. We trucked. We kept on going. So if anybody has any final questions that they want to throw out to these guys, feel free to do it now. And if you have any questions for me, I will gladly answer. Other than that, once those are wrapped up, we are going to sign off for the day before my internet explodes. Can mine be all pures? Hell yeah, you gotta soldier on through the technicalities. Only if mine can be all aquatics. These teams are pre-assembled, so they won't be any specific order.
Five of you lucky winners will get a completely pre-made team.
But congratulations, everybody. So that is going to be it for the Checkpoint 3. Again, thank you everybody for coming out, learning about Axie, talking about Axie, get to see a little bit of gameplay, winning some Axie. Definitely want to see y'all in their Discord. I am in there as well. And if you guys want to get into kind of streaming it or anything else like that, because I know a lot of you guys are streamers, that's a great place to go drop your link in the streaming section of their Discord. But other than that, guys, I am Tendo signing off. If you guys want to say peace to the world.
Thank you all for coming. It was a lot of fun. Keep an eye out for Axie GG. We're going to be dropping content on Twitter and in the Discord. We also have our own Discord. You can find us in the Axie Discord. That's our home. And we look forward to seeing any new members. Come ask us questions and enjoy.
Right.
Well, he said.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate the patience. Thanks.
Yeah, and thanks for being so patient with all that nonsense.
Yeah, that was
a little
while.
Plenty more strategy for Axie where that comes from, so stick around, hit us up. We got a lot to teach. Make sure you go to Twitter, AxieGG on Twitter. Follow it. We're going to be doing the move a day. We're going to be posting long-form articles, videos, all kinds of content. Deals of the day for Axies and teams. I just listed 7 teams on OpenSea.
Wow.
7 bundles. Yep. Just our first 7 teams.
Go to our Discord. Sorry, he was asking a question.
Yeah, no worries.
Pretty sure Network's in our Discord. But that should be
All right.
it. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you, too, for showing up and hanging out with me and getting to talk Axies. If you guys, like I said, if y'all guys have any kind of questions for the Axie gang, head out to their Discord. Make sure you get it to them, and they're going to get you helped out. I've been Tendo. Thank you so much for showing up, and I will see you guys on